Hi guys, welcome to another class of Pilates with TZ. So today we're going to use a small ball. If you don't have a small Pilates ball, I recommend perhaps you do another class where there is no equipment or something that you have. But to start off, coming into, so you're back against the wall, coming into a diamond shape, soles of the feet together. You can have your ball here, or you can take the ball between the soles of the feet, tuck the chin in, inhale, and as you exhale, just fold nice and deep. Inhale, exhale, maybe a little deeper. If this doesn't do anything for you, maybe you just want to stretch your hamstrings, you can just straighten the legs, flex the toes, and fold like we do. Remember, I'm punching you in the belly, so you're rounding into that lower back, broadening into the front of the chest. And gently coming up. Twisting, taking the one hand behind you or to the wall, and then the other side you twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Change sides, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Coming back to center. Coming to, so you can have your back right against the wall, or you can have it a little bit off the wall, or your back is a bit off the wall. You're taking the ball for the first one between the calves. You want to squeeze it onto the floor. Flex the toes, sit up nice and tall, so straight into the back. You can have your fingers lightly onto the mat or behind you. You're going to flex your toes, inhale, and squeeze. 1, squeeze. 2. If you lock your knees, try not to hyperextend, but really work into the muscles. 4. So we really want to get the inner thigh. 5. That was the class this week requested, an inner thigh. 6. 7. 8. Sitting up nice and tall, you can rest your head on the wall, or you can have it soft. 9, 10. So not wearing your shoulders as earrings, hold it and squeeze. For 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze. Release. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, so if you're here on your fingertips, 2, 1, squeeze and hold. 10, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, release it. If you need to stretch, you can bring soles of the feet together, bring it close, so you're in Baddha Konasana, or butterfly, and then you really want to keep the ball between the legs, fold forward. If you're not flexible enough, I mean I'm not, but you want to get a deeper stretch, bring in the ball as close as you can to you, the heels, sorry, no ball. Try and get maybe more or less a ball between a ball distance from the heels to the perineum. When you're ready to, doing the same thing, this time with the ball between the mid thigh, the inner thigh. Sit up nice and tall, tummy's pulled in, and we're going to point the toes. Squeeze. 10. If you tend to lock your knees here, then maybe keep them out, then don't do this. 7, 6, 5. Inhale, squeeze. 4. Inhale, squeeze. 3. Engaging into that core. 2, 1. So your toes can turn out a little. 10. Try to keep it nice and controlled. 9, 8, 7, 6. Shoulders are relaxed. 5, 4. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold that point for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, release. If you need to stretch, stretch. Otherwise, bringing the ball between the knees, so halfway between the calves and the heels. Flex the feet, sit up nice and tall, either the head is resting or a soft neck, and squeeze. 10, 9. If you have neck issues, a nice one to do is to push your head into the wall and then get your chin parallel. That really helps to strengthen into the neck as well. If you use your neck, you should do that in the car. Squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze, hold it for 10, and bring it as close as you can. 5, 4, 2, 1, release it. Either you're just in a diamond shape, or to stretch really into those inner thighs, which is where we're focusing on, and you want to come into your butterfly. And gently come up. When you've stretched enough, join us. You're going to take the ball to the calves. Again, your head is either resting, you're pushing your head back into the wall, or you're relaxed. Shoulders relaxed, tummy's pulled in, sit up nice and tall, inhale. We're going to take that ball up and squeeze it. So you want the legs, the calves, as much as you can parallel. And we're going to squeeze the ball for 10, 9. If you lock your knees, soften here, use the muscles here. 5, with these muscles pushing. 4, inhale. 3, inhale. 2, 1. Squeeze it down and hold for 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink it down a little more over and bring it back. Squeeze. 10, 9, 8. So you're just hovering that leg a little. You're not quite as parallel, just not even 45. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Feel the whole leg shaking. 2, 1. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. If you need to stretch, I feel it's hip flexor and inner thigh. In fact, the whole leg actually works. So if you need a stretch, otherwise join us. Now you're just hovering that leg off the mat and you squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Coming to the second side. Sitting up nice and tall. The ball is between the calves. Tummy's pulled in, shoulders relaxed. Either you're tucking your chin in and pushing your head into the wall, or relaxing the head, relax the shoulders. Take that ball up. Feet or calves are parallel. Squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Exhale. 5. Squeeze. 4. Don't lock the knee, rather use the muscles. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold it. 6, 5, 2, 1. And pulse. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Hold and release it down. Now you take it up where it's a little bit about a 45-degree angle. So it would be nice to bring it over, but we're not yet. And squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Sorry, flex feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, 1. Release it down. If you need to stretch, otherwise hover that leg just off the mat and lift the ball up. Squeeze it for 10, 9, 8, 7. Try keep the knee straight. So if you do hyperextend, don't lock the knee out, but don't bend it too much. 1, 10, hold it, 9, 8, 7, 6. Feel the shake in. Enjoy. 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Fold forward into whichever one's working for you. I do think we need Baddha Konasana here, or butterfly. And then fold. Coming to the first side. Flexing the toes. Taking the ball between the knees. Keep it on the floor. Inhale, squeeze and lift it up. Take it over. Try and keep it straight. Squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze. 5, 4. Squeeze those inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it over and hold it and pulse it up for 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Take it down a little bit and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down and hover it. Squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Take it a little lower and hover it. Squeeze. 10, 9. Feel those inner thighs and everything else. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and squeeze. 10, 9, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Stretch if you need to. Otherwise, changing sides. Tummy's pulled in, shoulders relaxed. Taking that other leg up, the second leg, straight as much as you can into the knee, straight back. Squeeze it in, and for 10, flex the feet. 9, 8, 7, exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and pulse. 10, 9, 8. Don't bend that knee. Don't work it into just here. So if you bend in the knee, you work in the wrong part. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it a bit lower and squeeze. 10. Exhale. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. A little bit lower and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it and pulse. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Hover it and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Flex those feet. 3, 2, 1. Pulse. Hold it here. Squeeze. 10, 9, 7, 6. I'm not pulsing, just shaking. 3, 2, 1. Release it down. So for me, I felt the whole leg working, not just the inner thigh. So for me, a diamond stretch will be amazing. or you can sit cross-legged, because cross-legged will stretch more into that outer hip, but then it also stretches. If you fold forward, it does get into my inner thighs, but if you're more flexible, it definitely won't work for you. Next one we're going to do, we're going to take the ball between the thighs, same thing, so as high as you can, straighten in the legs. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, tummy's pulled in. Squeeze that top leg. Sorry, I'm actually moving my whole body, I don't want that. So maybe place your hands on the mat to help you square. Then take that leg up. Now you can bend it slightly because we're focusing on squeezing the inner thighs together. So bend that top leg and squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten it and squeeze and hold for 10, 9, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Hover it, squeeze, or bend the knee. 9, 8. Squeeze that back of the thigh, squeeze the inner thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're taking the ball, top of the thighs. So bring it as close as you can to the perineum. And then you want to sit up nice and tall. Flexing the toes, take that top leg up. You can bend the knee here because we're squeezing inner thigh. So I want you to squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold for 10, 9, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Take it a bit lower. Squeeze, straighten the leg a bit and squeeze for 10, 9. Squeeze 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover it and squeeze for 10, 9, 8. So it's just hovering off the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Changing sides. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift that top leg. Bend the knee and squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So it's hovering. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those inner thighs for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the leg, bring it down a bit. Squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold for 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Bring it down, hover it, and squeeze those inner thighs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Flex the toes. 3. Don't be like me. 2, 1. Squeeze and hold. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Either in your diamond or in your butterfly or cross-legged. Probably doing diamond and butterfly is a good one. So I really find it does stretch both. And when you're ready to, taking it between the calves again, pointing the toes and squeeze. So actually get it just above the ankles onto the tissue, onto the muscle, not onto your ligaments or your tendons. So I want it on the part just where the muscle starts. Pointing the toes and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, take it between the knees. Need a break, you can point the toes, otherwise join us when you're ready. Squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold for 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Last one, and then we'll stretch. If you need to, you can stretch. Otherwise, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders relaxed, tummies pulled in, point the toes, squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold it for 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Pulse, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and release. And just hug it in or do something that feels good. For the next one, we bring in our butt a little bit away from the wall, and the feet are flat on the mat. So the ball is now between the calves, and you want it as midway as you can. Hands are behind you. You want your back nice and straight, so don't round the back and slouching. So you're really pulling in the tummy. Your hands are relaxed. Squeeze the knees together and squeeze the ball for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold it for 10, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Lift the bottom up, bend the elbows, squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hover those elbows, work into triceps as well. 2, 1. Squeeze and hold. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Stay with that angle of the butt. You're almost making an N shape with the wall, or an M shape, or a skew N. Now we lift the feet, flex the toes, squeeze. Pull the tummy in to protect the back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze the knees together as much as you can for 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Stretch if you need to, otherwise staying in that position. Squeeze the knees together. Bring the feet about 1 foot between the feet and squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Taking the hands behind you. Lift. Bend the elbows. Squeeze. Hold it here. Bend up and down for 10, 9. Squeeze those knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Work the core. Lift the legs. Squeeze. Point for 10, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. The ball is between the knees. Again, that shape, you want that M shape. Right between, at the bottom, as close as you can to your perineum. Not your perineum, your pubic bone, sorry. Squeeze the inner thighs. Bring the knees together, the feet about 1 foot, a little bit narrower, and squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and lift and down. 9. So your butt moves because you're squeezing, but the arms move as well. 6, 5, 4. In fact, the arms are moving the butt. 3. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2, 1. Sit. Spun down. Lift the legs. Point. Squeeze. Knees together. Feet as close as you can, and squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just fold all the way down. Either in your diamond, and then come into Baddha Konasana or just into butterfly. Whew, that is a super stretch. So now we're going to take it facing the wall with our feet on the wall. First one, you want the knees bent, a straight line. No, sorry. Drop the feet a little bit lower. So maybe it wasn't the best idea to choose this wall. I want you to bring the ball between the calves. Hands are behind you. You can have them either way. If you're more flexible, you'll feel that, but it's your natural default. Either way, squeeze the legs so the feet are about 1 foot, and squeeze for 10. Squeeze the knees. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Take the hands off. Sit up nice and tall and squeeze for 10, 9. Straight backs. 8, 7. Pull the tummy in. 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold it for 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down and stretch. For me, a great stretch is the feet, the ball on the wall, and the feet either side of the ball. So the next one we're going to do, the feet are still on the wall. Again, those heels are a little bit lower than the knees, a drop. Hands on the mat, sit up nice and tall. Squeeze, the feet are 1 foot apart. Squeeze the knees for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold for 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Release it down. If you're feeling your hip flexors, for me this is great. If you're not, then just do any stretch that you feel will be great. I do feel my whole leg here, so I must be honest, not just my inner thigh. So see what you need for your stretch. If you have a whole leg stretch, it's quite nice to stretch it all on the wall, but we are coming to more like that. This time taking the ball between the calves. Again, coming onto your back. Lifting the heels are a little bit higher than the knees. The feet is about 1 foot between, and you're going to squeeze and hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8. Squeeze those inner thighs. 5, 4. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Hold it. And release. Taking the ball. If you need a break. Oh, sorry. Stay here. Lift the arms. Squeeze and hold. Straight backs for 10, 8, 7. Squeeze. 5, 4, 2, 1. Maybe you can go a bit lower, squeeze and hold. 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down and just fold forward. That is great for me, for my inner thigh and my whole leg, because I did feel the whole leg. Otherwise, maybe one leg on the wall and pull, and taking the other leg on the wall and pull your chest towards your thigh. When you're ready to, bring in the ball between the knees, taking the feet up about 1 foot, hands are behind you, squeeze and hold. Pull the tummy and shoulders relax for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up, squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, straight back, tummy's pulled in, 1, take it back, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. For me, folding forward into a cross-legged is great. I'm just going to change sides. Otherwise, do whatever feels good for you. And the last one we're going to do, the ball is between the calves. The feet are straight, about 1 foot. Don't lock the knees. So if you tend to lock, bend the knees a little, take them lower, the feet lower, and squeeze. And squeeze it in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hands forward, squeeze and hold for 10, 9, straight backs. 5, 4, 2, 1. Lift the arms for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, straight back. 2, 1. Release it down and fold forward. So actually me pushing my elbows onto the muscles of the inner thigh is good. So I'm not on the ligaments of the bone, but I'm on the actual muscles, tendons, or ligaments. And bring in the ball between the thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Sorry, first one. Squeeze. So my feet are rotating out because I'm on that circular wall. Try and keep them as parallel as you can. And squeeze for 10. Don't lock the knees. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold. 2, 1. And release it down. Come into lie on your back. Your feet are on the wall. So for me, a nice stretch is soles of the feet together, pushing the knees out. So that's great for a stretch. When you're ready to, the ball comes between the calves. So we're going to work now into butt and inner thigh. The heels are a drop lower than the knees. Squeeze. Try and bring those knees as close as you can. Relax the upper body and squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze, 5, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold and release. From here, keep it there, keep it there. If you can, you want the distance where you can lift the butt. So maybe take it a bit further, but keep the bend into the knees. Try to keep the heels a drop lower than the knees. Lift the butt and squeeze for 10. Relax upper body. 9. Squeeze the butt. 8, 7. Squeeze the inner thighs. 6, 5, 4. Pull the tummy in. 2, 1. Squeeze and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze those knees together. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze a little higher onto the shoulder blades. Back of the head, squeeze and hold. Squeeze the butt. 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Bringing the ball between the knees. The feet are a little bit higher than the hips, than the knees. Sorry, knees. It's all higher than the hips, right? Taking your arms to a 45. Squeeze the knees together and hold it for 10. So feel those inner thighs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. For the Luri ones to come to class. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it, lift the butt, hover it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze, 2, 1. Squeeze, lift the butt as high as you can for 10, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Bringing the ball as close as you can to the thighs. Squeezing the feet together, straightening those legs as much as you can. Remember, we're going to do the measure, so when we lift up, but you can keep the bend into the knee. It's a little bit more awkward on the round wall than I thought it would be. Inhale, squeeze, try to rotate the thighs inwards, and then rotate them out. Rotate in, rotate out. 4, out. 5, out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it here. Toes turned out. Squeeze those inner thighs for 10, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the butt. Squeeze 10. So squeeze the butt and the thighs. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift a little higher. Squeeze. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. And soles of the feet together. Open it up. Oh my goodness. So I definitely want you to feel that. Well, I felt it into inner thigh, but also into a different area of the glute when you turn those feet out. So hug it in. Maybe a nice stretch that I did yesterday. If you bring the knees together, if you can hold the hands behind the ball, which is behind the knees, and you can try and get your knees on, or your thighs onto your chest, and then bend the legs and pull in. So for me, that's really getting into the parts that I like. Release. Straightening the legs as much as you can and try and pull the toes towards you. If you need to let the ball go, that's fine, but you want to try and pull the hands behind. So we're stretching into the glutes, hopefully a little into the back and the hamstrings. Then we're taking the feet onto the wall just for a stretch. Tuck toes. Tuck tailbone and lift up and squeeze and hold it up here and release. Bring the knees into the chest, release, squeeze it up, release, knees into the chest and release. Thank you for joining me in another session of Pilates with TZ. This was all about the inner thigh with your little ball. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next one.